Okay, this is a tutorial on how to create automated emails or a drip campaign for Mailchimp. So this is where someone signs up for your email list, and it automatically they automatically receive an email that says welcome or thank you. A drip campaign is one where someone signs up, and then a few days later they get an email, a welcome email. A few days later, a week later, they get another email, and you can have as many emails in that campaign as you want, and it starts once someone signs up for your list, and then continues until that entire drip campaign is over. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, so I apologize. So first you're going to sign into Mailchimp, and this is for a free account. So you're going to log in if you already have one. If not, you're going to sign up. You're going to log in to Mailchimp, and I have the free account, and I'll show you what that looks like. And if you go up here, you can find out if you have a free account or not by going to this little box up here and clicking account. And then right here it says the forever free plan, so you can see that I have the free account here. So from your dashboard, which is where this little monkey is, you can see you've got campaigns, templates, lists, reports, and automation. You're going to click on automation, and that is going to be where you're going to create your new, what they call a workflow. So you're going to create automation workflow right here. And then you're going to pick a list. Now this is a list that you've already created. I have a sample list that I showed somebody else how to create a list. And I've got my oil one, my preschool resources, because I'm a preschool teacher, and I'm a missionary in Mexico, so I have also a subscribers list for that. So this one is a brand new one, so we'll say we're going to send this to my Oily Plunge group. Now over here you have a bunch of different options. So you can have a welcome message, which is going to be like the very first thing that someone gets. So they fill out your list or their sign up form, and then they immediately get an email that says, "Hey, welcome! Thanks for joining us." You can also do an educate subscribers. So when they this is kind of like what you would want to do, for example, for people who purchase a kit from you. You can select the Educate Subscribers list, and you can create multiple emails that will be sent out over a period of time. So, for example, that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to do an Educate Subscribers because what we're going to do is I'm going to actually create one that is called a drip campaign for my new subscribers. So this is an internal use only, so I'm going to name this new YL members, because this is going to be people who have purchased a kit. Now this can be changed right here. It's your from name. This is my business name, but sometimes I like to also put my actual name on here, because then that allows people who don't know the Oily Plunge is my business name, then they can see that it's coming from me. And then you can personalize. This means that when they get the email, instead of saying as a general email, it can say Dear Kathleen or whatever, but that's something that you are going to put in that information, as opposed to or you're going to put that in the email as opposed to the it automatically doing that. Now you can use these merge tags for the actual email, or you can use them for the recipient's name, like in the to field in the actual email itself. The text of the email, you can use it as well to make it personalized. So auto convert video, it automatically does all of that stuff. So that's the basics. Anyways, you go to next, and then you're going to set up your thing. So when do you want this to start? So we want to trigger the workflow when subscribers are imported and people subscribe to the list. Now sometimes you're going to have people who sign up for your list, and sometimes you're going to get people like to write their name down. Maybe they filled out a card at a vendor event or a class or something like that, and they didn't actually type in their information. So you're going to import those subscribers, and so this is very important to click to make sure that anytime you add subscribers to this list, they also get started on this drip campaign. So you click next, and then now we're going to start our drip campaign. Now you can add 5 emails, you can add 1 email, or it will, you can always add more later. So I know I'm gonna add at least 5 emails to this workflow, so I'm just gonna click that one. So my first one is we're gonna go to design email here, automation email number 1, and we're going to name this new YL member welcome. And then, wow, can't spell. The email subject, this is what they're gonna see. So I'm gonna say, welcome to Young Living, because that is going to be the most recognizable thing for them. So my name, this is the from name, and then my email address is still there because it's auto-populated. You can change that, of course, at any time. Now you can choose any of these pre-designed kind of templates. They don't have colors or anything on them, but they're just kind of what they look like. So for example, you've got a header up here, you've got 3 pictures, you've got some text here, and you've got 3 more pictures there. Here you've got columns and things like that. So you can choose whatever you want to. I personally like the 1 column, 1 banded way, but you can do any of them at all. You can also choose a theme. Maybe you're not really good at designing things and you don't know kind of colors and all that good stuff. You can go in and choose one of these that have already been designed, and then you just replace the information and the text and the pictures with things that you already have. Maybe you pull it from other places. You can download things from the Flickr site and all that good stuff. And then I have like saved templates I've created myself, so you can see those. And I'm just going to use this for right now to show you how to actually completely get it all set up. This is a template that I already created previously for this specific purpose, actually. And so it's got my kind of banner on it, and then all of this text right here is stuff that you can change. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to edit this text right here, and you can view it over here, and it's going to automatically change what you see over here, but this is where you actually edit it over here. So I'm going to thank you for purchasing your certificate. So I'm going to just text some information here. Wow, I really can't spell today. That's just a header. It's going to give them a little bit of information there. Then you're going to go over here, and I'm going to I've already pre-selected some text. So I'm just going to click that. You can add links, you can do bold. It's very similar to like Word or something like that in how you edit this right here. If for some reason you don't like the color, you can change colors and stuff here under style, and under settings you can also change what this box itself is going to look like. So I'm going to click that, and then here I'm going to upload an image to this because I use the Oil Revolution Designs stuff. I've already got a whole 14 days worth of information for education purposes for people who start their oily journey with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that up here. So I've got the September 14 day. So I can say this is the welcome one. So this is what it looks like. And now all of that, it's got my information on it, it's got how to use, it's got what's going to be in here. And literally all I have to do is just put this picture in there. So I'm going to choose that, and it's going to upload that. And it's going to put that, we're going to select that to put in that box at the bottom. And now you can see that that's what it's got right there. So you can add text to this, and I'm going to say, thank you for choosing to begin your oily adventure with the oily hinge. Wow. And then here you can hide these, or you can delete them, or you can add more. I'm just going to delete these because I don't need them. I also don't need this one. These are share buttons and stuff, so, or connect buttons. They're not share buttons, they're connect buttons. So these are where people can follow you on these different places. And I'm going to actually change this because I just started a new Instagram account for my site specifically. So now that is where people can connect with me. They can follow me on all of those different social media places and find out more about me and my oily plunge. I'm going to put up here, stay tuned for more exciting information as we open your kit together. Now, that's the design element of that. We click next, and then when do we want this to be done? So do we want it every single day? Do we want it only on Mondays? Do we want it only on Wednesdays? It's going to start when your workflow starts. For example, what you set up at the beginning, you set up, like we set up that it as soon as someone triggers, or as soon as someone signs up. So here you can, choose what time every day. I choose every day with this, and then choose segment conditions. So you can say, you can segment it. So if you already have people in your queue or in your list, then you can say, I don't want, I only want new subscribers. I don't want all of the old ones, because this isn't really going to make sense to them. But you can choose specific things. So you can say subscribers match the following conditions, and then they have signed in after the last campaign was sent, or after a specific date, or whatever. You can do that, or you can already segment your group. So say, for example, you're using this for your downline. So say Susie has a really awesome downline, and she's underneath you, so she's one of your business builders. You can actually create a segmentation and put all of the people who are under Susie in a separate segment, so that you can only send information to her downline, or you can send it to everybody on your list all at once. So that's what segmentation is. So anyways, we're going to say, hey, this is awesome. We're going to save and continue. And then we're going to go back to the beginning. Now, so you can see here, this was the one that we just did. So you can click on that, and you can see, oh, I didn't show you what the actual email looks like. So we go back to design. You can go up here to preview and test, and we can enter preview mode, and it's going to show us what it looks like in an email and what it looks like on a cell phone. And so you can see this is what that thing looks like, what that email looks like right there. This is what people are going to see when they open your email. And this information down here auto-populates from what you've set up your information to be when you set up your list and all that good stuff. So we're going to save and return to workflow because we know all of that's done. Now this, you can say 7 days after workflow is triggered. For example, when a new subscriber signs on, 1 week later, they're going to get this new member welcome. Now, you can either do 7 days, or you can change the delay and you can choose how many weeks, you can choose immediately, how many hours. I would say this first one should be, within a day of them purchasing that kit. And then after that, you're going to want the very first one, because you want them to have the kit in hand. So maybe 2 weeks later, they're guaranteed to have their kit in their hand. Then you can send them the next automated email. So again, the same thing, you would just go in, change the email. So new YL member, and then I'm going to just change this to day 1, and that's their day. And then you maybe say opening your Young Living Kit day 1, or whatever, and then you go through the whole process again. You can use the exact same template over and over and over again. It helps it to be cohesive, so people, when they open it, they know exactly what it is that they're looking at. And yeah, so that is basically how that is. You can add more emails down here. Like I said, you can change all of these. You can delete them if you are like, hey, that's way too many, I don't have that much content. You can delete them there. I have ones that send to birthdays. So here you can see some that I've set up. So I have one that's a happy birthday one. So every year, if I have their birthday on file in my list, every year they get this little email from me that says, hey, happy birthday. And it sends the night before their birthday. I have one that's the sign up email. So this is the one that says, hey, thanks for signing up with me. I have, a welcome message. This is a welcome message. This is another one that I was using. So this one, I have people who've signed up for my account. They get a welcome email. Hey, welcome, and stay tuned for exciting news. And then I have in this this thing a week later, they get a free recipe card from me. And that recipe card will change periodically as people kind of sign up, as it becomes relevant. So anyways, I hope that helps you to understand a little bit more in making and creating automated emails. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, you can always join me over on the Oily Plunge, which is at cherylbrasher.info/the Oily Plunge, or you can just go to cherylbrasher.info and then click on the Oily Plunge, and this is my blog right here. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.